Hello, good evening, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. This is Sunaina, and actually, today was my day off from my usual work, so I had time to do this. And actually, the more I'm getting into the grind of the situation for every zodiac signs, I'm learning, I'm also learning, I'm growing with you guys, and I'm enjoying every moment of it because I'm getting to see a lot many things out here that is just not focused on certain individuals or certain situations, but on the zodiac signs. Okay, so in the morning today, I did the love read for Taurus, and now it's evening, so I said, I have time, why not do a second video update on the Geminis, okay? So now, personally, I have met a lot of Gemini people, and both male and female. And one thing common that I have noticed, because they are air signs, air signs are by nature light-hearted people. They are by nature very quick in moving from one direction to the other, and they can fly. That's basically their it could be a good point, it could be a bad point, but in whatever situations, but that's the way they are. But at the same time, the Geminis are very quick, witty. They have very clear thinking powers. Their brain cells are very clear. That's what I would like to say. They get their messages before anybody else can even understand. They know exactly what message they're receiving. They are that quick. So the Geminis are, in every respect, I have met both the man and the woman. As I said, all of them I have noticed are like that, and they have another, maybe it's a flaw that I have noticed, maybe it's not a flaw, in whichever respect you might want to say that, but they get bored very easily because they are so intelligent, because they are so sharp, they are so quick in their understanding. Their tendency to get bored is also very quick. So to keep a Gemini in their place, or to maintain a good relationship or friendship with a Gemini, you have to match their level of intelligence because they are that quick, okay? So it's just a common noticeable trait that I have noticed. It doesn't come from any books that I have read or any research that I may have done on this air sign, but it's just my way of interpreting how they are as people in the 3D, right? Okay, so Geminis, here we go. My lovebirds, looks like you guys had some issues to deal with, okay? Now this love reading for the Geminis, this will be from from November the 14th until the end of November of 2018, and then next month we can update new love reads for all the zodiac signs, okay? So let's begin here. Now, I don't know honestly what you guys are dealing with at this point, but I'm going to just tell you what I see, and my spirits are guiding me to tell you here, okay? So again, we have the same layout of the 11 cards in here for the Geminis as well, okay? And the first card that came to me, this is not the Gemini himself or herself. It is the person they are involved with, okay? And for some reason, I'm quite surprised to see that the person who is involved with the Gemini, they have been hurt. They have been hurt. They have undergone a betrayal. There has been the piercing in their heart with swords that they have got the 3 of sword energy here. So something has happened in the love relationship with the Gemini, with this person here, who has been in their lives, or who is still in their life, whichever situation it is with each people. But there is definitely a story here which tells me that somebody has been betrayed, and that person has been so badly hurt that their heart has been pierced. And it says in this card, that it doesn't take three swords to pierce your heart. Honestly, it doesn't. It is just one sword, and boom, it goes, and it tears your heart open, and that's what it is. Okay, so just one sword energy is good enough to take away all the feelings from your heart, to feel hurt, to feel betrayed, because there has been a definite betrayal over here for the person who has been so badly hurt and who is in the life of this Gemini. Now, as a result of it, the Gemini himself, okay, he or she is feeling very sad. Okay, there is a grievous situation, there is a lot of grief in that person's heart, irrespective of their gender, irrespective of their status or age or whatever. Okay, so the person himself, the Gemini himself, is feeling very hurt in the situation, and all he and she is doing at this point in time is just sitting back and trying to recuperate, trying to win over himself the loss of the situation that he or she has recently faced or is facing at this point in time. So the Gemini himself is not in a very good situation because of whatever has happened in his or her love life with the other person over here. Now, the card that is crossing this kind of an energy over here is the Eight of Pentacles, which is telling me that, both of them have learned or is learning some lessons again. So the question in the foundation over here is that you're working very hard. Okay, so both of you are working very hard, and it is my understanding that they're working very hard to mend the situation, but because there has been a betrayal, there has been a deception, there has been a backstabbing of the situation, and the other person is feeling so demotivated, full of grief, sorrow, everything. So therefore, the card that is crossing both these energies over here is telling me that the question is, what are the lessons you have learned, and even what are you doing, because you're working hard, for sure. Maybe both of you are working hard in here to rectify the situation, but it is the time that you actually ask yourself the questions that what are the lessons we have both learned in this, whatever has happened with us or between us, and what is this lesson going to teach us going forward from here, so that we don't repeat the same mistake that we may have done in this little time period over here. Okay, now this portion that I'm reading out to you is a situation now, but there has been something that has happened in the love life of the Gemini a little while before, which has brought about the Three of Swords kind of an energy and the Four of Cups kind of an energy, plus with the Eight of Pentacles kind of an energy, where I can see that they are working very hard definitely to amend the situation between the both of them. It could be just between both of them, or it could be a family situation between the two lovers that has created a rift and a struggle in their life, or somebody has betrayed somebody in some situation in some way, which has brought about this entire mess here. Okay, but at the same time, the crossing card is telling me, guys, ladies and gentlemen, to ask yourself, is what can you do to amend the situation, because all I see and I can see is that both of you are not feeling all that great at this point in time over the situation. So both of you all are trying to rectify the situation by working hard, and the lessons that you all have learned, uh, telling yourself what is it that we need to go forward. Let the other know of the lessons, let us talk it out, so that this kind of same situation doesn't come back into our lives. So there is an Eight of Pentacles where both of them are working hard, but at the same time, this situation needs a lot of amendment from both of them at the same time in here. Now, the Foundation card over here, because of the hurt, the betrayal, the grief, the amendment, the work of the entire work that is going on at this point in time between both of them. The Foundation card is that of, it's a court card, so it's that of the Knight of Cups, okay? Now, I may have repeated this, but I'm going to repeat it for the benefit of those who probably have not seen my earlier videos, or have not heard me talking about this. The page is a very young person, okay? It's not the Knight of Cups, I'm so sorry, it's the Page of Cups. So the page is a very young person. He is younger than the knight, he's not the king, he's not the queen. So therefore, the page in this situation is a very young person, and he has the cup in his hand. That's a foundation of the entire thing here. He has the cup in his hand, but at the same time, because he's so young, he is still absorbing, he's still understanding himself, his emotional state, his spiritual state, his mind frame, everything that matters, when there is a relationship issue, or when there is a heartbreak issue over here, where we question each other's integrity, where we question each other's morals and everything else. So at this point in time, the Foundation shows me the Page of Cups, where the person is standing in the shallow waters for sure. He has the cup in his hand. Cup is all about love. And cup depicts a water sign. So, Geminis, you could be dealing with a water sign. It is a possibility that you guys are dealing with a water sign. That could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, okay? It may or may not be. Whether it resonates with you, it doesn't resonate with you, that's not the point. The point is it could be or may not be, okay? So the thing is that both of you at this point in time, that's a foundation, both of you all are standing, you all are waiting to greet each other, you all are waiting to offer the cup of love to one another, but you all are not doing it at this point in time because of whatever has happened in the midst of your relationship earlier on, as I spoke. So the foundation is a good foundation, that the cup is there, the person is there, the page is there, he's collecting all the information, but he's not yet ready to move into action, to offer the cup of love to whosoever is in their life, okay? So that's the foundational energy for this Gemini as of now. Now, in the past, again, something had happened, okay? In the past, something had happened in the life of the Geminis which concerns their love relationship, where, it was time for them, or the realization had come to them not too long ago, that they now need to surrender. Okay, they had been working too hard, guys. They had been working too hard. They had been too focused on something, maybe, in which may have led to this kind of disaster. I'm just kind of trying to correlate both of the situations in here. May or may not be, but something has happened in the recent past with the Geminis in their lives, which has brought about a self-realization even in their lives here, where they have learned to put down their guard, they have learned to take control of the situation in their own way, okay, by controlling their temperament, by controlling their heart, by surrendering, and by asking the divine to look after them, so this is in the past, so something definitely has happened. So however it resonates with you, you should be able to make more sense out of this entire story here. Okay, now this is a past energy. Now going forward in the present state, all the Geminis that I'm looking at, or people who are hearing me out from the zodiac sign in here, you guys in the present state, y'all are asking for a wish fulfillment. Okay, y'all are suffering. Okay, both of y'all are suffering. In fact, both the partners are suffering in this relationship. So in the present state, the Geminis are asking the divine for their wish fulfillment, and it is telling me that their wishes are going to come true sooner or later. Okay, something is going to happen, some miracle is going to happen, some kind of situations will amend by itself, that will bring forward this wishful thinking, or the wish card in here. Okay, the blessings from the divine, as I would like to tell it. Now this is a beautiful card because there is also a rose, that is kind of springing up from the bottom of the ground in between the grasses, which is telling me that love is going to come back into your life very soon. In case you have missed out on the previous opportunity of getting that kind of love from your partner. Okay, so that love is coming back to you. Okay, and you're asking for that love in your present state of mind and in your emotional state of mind, in the 3D world as well. Okay, now going forward in the future, okay, there has been something that has happened. So therefore, going forward in the future, there is a judgment call in here. Okay, the judgment call is made only when situations have not been rectified properly. Okay, somebody is still betrayed, feeling the hurt of betrayal. Somebody has felt the backstabbing. Somebody has been kept out in the cold in whatever situation that could have happened. Okay, so there is a judgment call when it will be taken upon the divine to provide the judgment to both of you, or in the present situation of your love, and that's coming up in the future, not too far away. Okay, so whatever the situation that has happened, in however way it resonates with you, judgment is definitely showing up in here, and that's a major arcana over here. Okay, the wish card and the judgment together gives me a lot more to talk about. Guys, what's happening in here? Honestly, what have you all done? Okay, so but nonetheless, it's a good card. Okay, there's nothing to get worried about the judgment card, because everybody in their own state at whatever point in their life does need the judgment, does need to have, because the learning lessons can only be evaluated. Whatever learning lessons in life that you have faced or your partner has faced, that will be evaluated, monitored, and presented to the divine for the right judgment to take place in here. Okay, that's the best way I can put it in here, as I see. Now going forward, yourself. Okay, the Geminis, I'm talking about yourself in here. You guys have done something wrong, honestly. You all have betrayed the person, or you all have, I'm not saying betrayed the person knowingly, it might have been an unknowing reaction that has hurt your partner. So now is the time, ladies and gentlemen of the zodiac sign, please understand, it's time to correct the action. Okay, whether that's asking for forgiveness, whether that's amending the situation in the right way after the lessons have been learned, whether that is kind of becoming or kind of surrendering to the situation in a humble fashion. Okay, in a humble fashion, because if you don't do it, ladies and gentlemen, it won't be too long or too far away when somebody else from the universe steps in to correct the situation for you, and that is something you will not like. Okay, so therefore, please make it a point while you have, because you don't want justice to step in. Judgment is okay, because judgment is a different part of the story. Judgment is with the divine coming over to give you the right judgment, to give you the right method of going forward, because you are kind of asking for that, okay? But justice is a different story. You guys don't want justice to step in, because if justice from the universe steps in to correct and amend the situation that you have done wrong, that will not be too good for you. So while you still have the time, ladies and gentlemen, please correct the situation that you might have inflicted pain upon somebody else, knowingly or unknowingly, in any kind of situation. So take care to rectify the situation as quickly as possible. Don't wait upon this period for too long, okay? Sorry. So next is the environmental card. Now in the environment considers your home, your family life, or wherever you're living, your other relatives, friends, whatever. The environment is not bad, because in the environment you have the 10 of Pentacles. At the same time, it also shows that, it also tells me that even though you have the 10 of Pentacles in your environment, you still need a lot more happiness to come to you. So you are kind of lacking, not lacking the material stuff in your life, okay? So your environment is completed with all the materialistic pleasures. You don't need any further material pleasures maybe in your life, but you definitely need more happiness in your life, okay? You definitely will want the 10 of Pentacles in the right way, where you have the right companionship, where you have the right partnership, and where you have the right friendship with the person that you love. Okay? Now, in the hopes and fears situation, there is a major arcana too. Okay? In the hopes and fears situation, there is definitely a major arcana that tells me that it is time for you not to fear the things anymore, but to take a logical approach to every situation that comes up in front of you, because it is the book of knowledge that you have, your intellect. That is your book of knowledge that you have. So in this situation, in the hopes and fears, it's telling me, my spirit is letting me know that you do not need to fear anything, okay? You do not have to get scared of what is going to happen next if I do this, or what's going to happen after that if I don't do this, okay? So those kind of fear that might put you in a very limbo kind of a situation where you won't be able to move forward after a certain point in time, okay? So basically, in the hopes and fears, my advice to you people, ladies and gentlemen, would be to trust your intuition, to be guided by your knowledge of the High Priestess, to understand your intellect that you definitely have. The Geminis, as I said, are very highly intelligent. So trust your intuition, trust your intellect, because whatever situation will unfold from here onwards, you will come to know of it. The veil will be lifted when the divine thinks it is the right time for you. But until then, don't get scared and don't step back thinking that, oh, I cannot amend the situation, or I cannot ask for forgiveness, or I cannot rectify the situation. I'm going to sit back and only wish for the judgment to take place. That will happen. But at the same time, you will also have to understand that hoping and fearing that things will settle down by themselves, that will not happen. You will have to take care of your own intellect, of your own logical power, of your own intuitive power, to understand yourself, to understand the situation that might have got messed up, maybe because of your doing. I do not know what happened in here, but what I see in here tells me that something very drastic has happened between the two of you. So, therefore, trust yourself, trust your high power, trust the most intellectual power that you have been blessed with, so that at the right time things will unveil by itself and you will be able to see the entire truth. But until then, there is nothing to get scared about the situation. And the outcome is asking you a question whether you're ready to walk forward in this journey, pick up your swords, get ready for the next battle. So, the outcome is telling me that if you do not do so, if you do not hear your intuition, if you do not understand your spiritual bearings right now, it might be too late for you to take action thereafter. So, right now, in the month of November, take time to understand the situation. Take time to clear your thoughts out, to clear your mindset, because in the coming days, in the coming year, there will be a lot of eclipses that will happen. That will be again a season of transformation. As it is, we are in the Scorpio season, so there is a season of change that is going on right now, affecting all the zodiac signs, okay? So therefore, the outcome is a question that I will leave you with, which tells me whether you're willing to pick up and shoulder the responsibilities of what has gone wrong, or whether you just want to sit back and do nothing about it. Okay, so each and every card is reading that I did the reading out in here, and the bottom of the deck will tell you exactly the more deeper outcome to the entire situation, where the Geminis are juggling between something. Okay, it could be between their rationality and their intuition. It could be between their want and their need. It could be between the practical side of their life and the love side of their life. So there is some kind of a juggling situation in here because of what has happened between you and your partner in the love area. Okay, so this is the card that suggests that you are juggling, but at the same time, you are wanting to proceed further. You are wanting to step forward. It's just a matter of time, like I said, as the foundation is that of the Page of Cup. You are not yet ready to make that offer of love right away because of the situation that has happened in here. But at the same time, okay, keep that situation in mind to amend it and fix the situation, fix the hurt as quickly as you can, so that you can proceed forward and take it to the next level as you may want to do it. Okay, so now here, let me just ask my goddess, my love angels, not my goddess, sorry, my love angels, for their guidance in your love zone in here, to see what I get, to understand the clarity of the situation even more in here, okay, so that we know exactly going forward what we are looking at in the month of November as we go through another full moon cycle. I think that's happening on the 24th, 25th, I guess that's when it is happening. So yeah, so there has been, I was expecting to see a much better overview of your love situation, but well, nothing to worry about. Things will get rectified by themselves. See, what goes wrong, if there is a problem, there is a solution. That's what I believe in. So if you have a problem right now, you will have to think of the right solution, because you are being guided by the divine to take action on this kind of situation at this point in time, so that you know exactly what you should be doing. So everybody needs to trust their own intellect, their own logical power, their own rationality that comes up in here. I've got a couple of cards. Okay. So Geminis, you will attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So whatever you are doing, okay, don't sit down and grieve over the situation. You need to move and take action, like I said before, to amend the situation because of your love that is coming in your way. And that will also tell me to tell you, you need to express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture and have a heart-to-heart conversation with your partner. You have to honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I think that's the problem in here. You know, that somebody is not speaking out their words completely. Okay, so somebody is feeling hurt. They are keeping their lid closed. They are keeping their mouth shut. The other person knows about that but is keeping quiet, not talking about it. So it's high time, ladies and gentlemen, all the Geminis over here, please open and have a heart-to-heart conversation with your partner. You definitely need that because divine timing is at work, at your love life, and it's worth waiting for. So don't leave it, okay? Like I said, as the outcome situation, whether you are willing to pick up the sword and walk into the next battle, or because whatever you have gained for so long, you have the option of either leaving it incomplete and running away from this because of the fear situation that you have, you know, that you do not know everything, and even if you know, how can you deal with that situation, and all that kind of stories in your head. So the outcome is asking you that question, as well as the love card is giving you the guidance to express your love. You know, go ahead and tell the person. You have the Page of Cups in here, you know. You don't have to offer the cup right away, but you can express your love. You can talk about it, and that's very important, that the other person needs to hear from you. Have a heart-to-heart conversation and amend the situation, the hurt situation, the feeling of betrayal kind of a situation that has been going on, okay? And the goddess guidance, look at this. The goddess guidance is the inner wisdom. What more do you want, ladies and gentlemen? It's the inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. There you go. There you go. Okay. So that's what I have been talking about to all the Geminis out here. And I believe that this guidance will perhaps help you in understanding what the situation is, where you are, and where you are heading forward in the month of December, going towards the end of the year. Okay, so do a study on yourself, do a study on how you would like to proceed from here. Go ahead, do what you have to, because nobody is going to stop you unless you stop yourself. Okay, the fear, I believe, and this is something I want to tell everybody who's listening out. You know, when we say we are fearful of something, it's not the outside factor that scares us. It's my understanding, you know, with the wisdom and with the age and everything that has come, the experiences I have gone through, it's my understanding that the fear is inside of us. Okay? So therefore, if we can kill our own fear with our own intellect and logical mind and our thinking, our clear rationality, be like the Queen of Swords, you know, clear-cut vision, being honestly blunt about the situation. Yes, I have done a mistake. Please forgive me. Or, you know, this could be a situation. Let's surrender. Let's work at it together. Let's amend the situation. Let's bring our lives together. Let's make it a wholesome, fruitful 10 of Pentacles kind of a situation. Okay? So therefore, this is my word of advice to people who are listening out. And enjoy yourself, but definitely make it a point to have the heart-to-heart conversation with your partner. You need to clear all these problems, and this is only in your hands because you are being divinely guided as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Stay blessed. Until next time, I catch up with you with another zodiac sign. Thank you so much for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and bye and love to you, all of you.